Put your arms around me, put your faith in me, put your love on me. What you need from me, need your love on me, put your love on me. I'ma do everything for you, I don't want anyone but you. Put your arms around me, put your faith in me, put your love on me. Can we stop the clock and rewind, go back to that moment in time.
Hello y'all, I am at Popeyes and I am getting me a big box today. Didn't feel like cooking today, so I've been watching movies, African Nigerian movies all morning, just relax a little bit. So I've been in my feelings a little bit, guys. I had some death in the family. Well, actually someone that I dated for 5 years passed away yesterday, so I'm kind of in my feelings right now, but I'll get through it in time. So yeah, I'm having my moments to where it's like I'm up a little bit and then I'm down a little bit. So I had to call my sister and talk to her because she's been in this situation where she's lost someone that she's dated before, and she cared about them a lot. Even though he and I were not together anymore, we were still very close, where we, talked to each other occasionally, but we always kept our boundaries. So whenever one person started to feel that feeling of wanting to be with the other person, we knew that we weren't good for each other in the end, because we didn't have the same goal in mind. Like, you have some people, they never want to be married. Me, I want to be married one day. So I'm hoping to find that soulmate or get with that soulmate. We date people throughout our lives, but some of us never do find our soulmates. And I probably never will. I don't know. So some people find them at the first try. They end up being with them till death do them part. So that's just the way it is. We should come with a number when we're born, and that number will tell us who our soulmates are. Wouldn't that be something? If the world, if people were born into the world and their soulmates actually had a number, like, okay, so your number 2859, and so somebody else is born with that same number, that's your soulmate. That's the person that you should be with. But it doesn't work that easy, unfortunately. So anyways, yeah, I'm here getting something to eat because I really don't feel like cooking. I haven't gotten out of the house much today. I went and washed my car, which it desperately needed, and vacuumed it out. So have you ever noticed your cars ride a little bit better when you wash them? Maybe that's just me. I don't know. It feels like it rides better when you wash it. So Popeyes has this new, it's a $8 box, and it comes with the apple pie, and I absolutely love their apple pies. It's like every time I come here, I have to get an apple pie. They're so good. And the cake, y'all, the cake that I did on the last video, it was a little bit dry. I don't think I put enough butter in it when I made it. But the person that I made it for took it home, and they ate it, trust me. Yeah, so yeah, but today is pretty much a kind of a sad day for me. Like I said, I'm in and out. Like I'll start thinking about things that happened, how we met, and all this different stuff. And I just want to tell you guys, everybody, if you are 50 years old and you have not had a colonoscopy, you really need to get it done, because all it takes is one procedure to where they can go in and they can see polyps and they can scrape them out, and that will prevent you from getting cancer. colon cancer, that is. So we all should be going to the doctors, taking care of ourselves. A lot of people don't believe in it. They feel like, oh, I wasn't feeling bad until I started going to the doctor. Well, no, you were already doing bad. If you had gone to the doctor, they would have been able to pick it up before you started feeling bad, you know. But people don't realize that, you know. You have to invest in yourself, invest in your health. So I'm doing this. This is just a little bit of car chat for me today. I'm not doing a major video. Just wanted to talk a little bit, and I really need to do some live chats. You know, maybe I can, somebody can have some positive feedback to give to me, you know, as to how to get through this. So I don't know. I mean, I have my friend. He's somebody that I've known for a long, long time. And we're taking things very, very slow. And so we're going to see where things go. But at the same time, I did have a life before he and I decided to try to work on things. So I don't know. And he's very understanding and very supportive of me and, you know, my feelings and everything. And I really appreciate him for that. You know, just he's giving me a chance to heal. Because when you've had 5 and 6 years in a relationship with somebody, it just doesn't like go anywhere. Not even, sometimes it takes years, you know, for, you know, those feelings and everything to go away. Mine never went away. We did have a mutual understanding in our breakup. We broke up knowing that we just weren't meant for each other, and that was fine. So yeah, I called his mom and I spoke with her, because when I had heard about it, I knew he was sick. He had called me and told me, listen, you know, I was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer. And so he started chemo. And unfortunately, when he did the 12 treatment, the doctors realized that it wasn't working. He was still going through everything that he had been going through when he was diagnosed. And so when he first told me, I was in shock. I cried like he was already gone when he first told me. And I immediately went to the hospital to visit him in the middle of COVID. At the time, they wouldn't let us go inside to see anybody. It could only be one visitor per day. They wasn't letting people in there. But what happened was, I happened to be the first person to go visit when he, you know, was in the hospital. So I went there, sat with him for a little while, and just, all I could do was just try to remain positive and just hopes that he would be okay. You know, just praying about it and talking to him and keeping him motivated, you know, hoping that the chemo worked. Unfortunately it didn't, and he was just tired, and finally he just gave up. So yeah, it's so sad. It's just so sad. Sorry guys, I was getting a bit emotional. I had to go off camera for a minute, but yeah, we've had a lot of history together. Just we did a lot of fun things together, and we traveled together a lot. He liked to travel, I like to travel. We also had a lot of bad times too, and I try to think about the bad times to make me get over his passing, but I just can't, because he did ask me to forgive him for all the stuff he put me through, and the hurt and the cheating and all this stuff that he caused to me. He asked me to forgive him, and I did. I forgave him. I had forgiven him before he even asked me, because I know that people do things because they're of their own selfish reasons. And yeah, so I had already forgiven him. The only thing is that I just have to get past the fact that I'm never ever gonna hear his voice again or see him ever again. And that's the hard part. So yeah, guys, I'm sorry. I kind of lost it for a minute. So I said I would never get on YouTube and cry or anything like that. I would edit it and not do it. But just when you're talking and you're trying to express yourself.
You don't have any macaroni right now? Would you like another side?
I didn't have macaroni. I had coleslaw and mashed potatoes. Yeah, so again, I'm sorry. When you're going through something and you're trying to express yourself, sometimes it comes out when you don't want it to. So yeah.
Told you so extra, but I know I'm the same. Yeah. Love me in spite of my trauma. Give me what I need instead of the drama.
Give me just 1 moment. Let me just get my order and then I'll come back.
But the night we be going so hard on the flip side. So tell me we'll be on a day, babe. I could keep that same energy.
So guys, so I just got my order, and the lady that came to the window, she was like, we don't have any more macaroni and cheese. I don't like their macaroni and cheese. I like to make my own macaroni and cheese. And I don't eat it that much either. But she was like, yeah, we don't have any more macaroni and cheese. You want another side? I'm like, I didn't order that. I had mashed potatoes and coleslaw, and the only reason I got the coleslaw is so that I can do my famous slaw dogs. I have turkey sausage. I'm gonna put that in the oven and cook it, and I put coleslaw on top of it. So that's for tomorrow. Don't know why. She just got the order mixed up, I guess. And I didn't get my unsweet tea. So I'll have to go into the store and get me some drinks. I'll probably go get a case of sodas or whatever. And I forgot to lotion my feet. I hate that. When I get out the store and I don't have lotion on my feet. I wasn't looking to get out the car or anything. I was just gonna run the car through the washer and then go through the drive-through and then go back home, eat, and finish watching my Nolly movie. I love it. Just in case you guys don't know what Nolly movies are, they're Nollywood movies. They're Nigerian movies, and I absolutely love watching them. Some of them are a little bit scary and weird to me, like when they're talking about voodoo and stuff like that. That kind of stuff, it scares me. But I do, for the most part, I like when they're doing other regular stuff. Like the movie that I was watching today, this girl, okay, so let me see how to explain the movie. So this guy, he was a cab driver for this lady, and when he saw her, he thought she was beautiful. So he pursued her, tried to talk to her and everything, and she was like being so mean to him, and she ended up like fussing with him and smacking him just because he wanted her number. He wanted to be friends with her, so she ended up smacking him. And so when he pulls off, she realizes that she left her purse in the car. So she gets her friend's cell phone and she calls her phone, and he lets it ring a couple of times, and he finally answers. So he hangs the phone up, and she's going crazy because apparently she had money and stuff in there, and she was thinking that he was going to take it or whatever. I don't know what she thought, but anyways, he ended up turning around and taking the money, taking the purse to her. So when she gets the purse, so he brings the purse, so she like starts realizing that he is a good person because he didn't steal from her. He brought her purse back. So he ends up being her driver, her own personal driver. So when the mother met him, the mother realized that they were, you know, friends or whatever, and she was like telling him that he don't need to talk to her daughter because even though he's a handsome guy, she wants someone who had money to be with her daughter. And so the daughter, she ignored what the mother was saying, and she continued to be friends with him because she knew that he was a good person and she really had fallen in love with him. So they continued to be friends and everything. So the mother ends up going into the hospital and she's about to die because she doesn't have the money for the surgery. So this person, anonymous person, pays her medical bill for her to have the surgery. So then the girl ends up almost about to lose her house that she was renting. So she had to have 1 million naira a year to pay for the home. So he ends up purchasing the home. Somebody ends up purchasing the home. Well, as you know, as I'm telling this story, you should know by now that the person that was doing all this was the guy. She never knew that he was really a rich guy. He was just pretending not to have money. But at the end, he told her who he was. Now, what happened was when both of them was little kids in elementary school, they had to pay their school fees. She gave her school fees to him because his dad had died. His mom was in the hospital sick. He had nobody to pay the fees for him to go to school. So the girl paid the fees for him, kept him in school, and he ended up, you know, making something out of himself and ended up being a rich guy. So like he told her this. She was really shocked, like, oh my gosh, you know. So she ended up telling her mom, you know, who he was, that he had paid her medical bill when she almost died and all this stuff. So all the bad things the mom said, she had to ask for his forgiveness, and she begged pretty much for his forgiveness and everything. And they were all just so surprised. But he ended up asking her to marry him. But it's other stuff that happened in the movie too through the course of the movie. Now, this movie, the Nollywood movies, I don't know if they show them separately like every day and they show them in 30-minute increments or how they do it in Nigeria, but the movies that are shown on YouTube, they're pretty much 4-hour-long movies. So you could basically binge watch through a whole Nollywood movie. And you get to see it like from the beginning to the end. I just really, really love them. People don't understand why I like them, but I did like a ancestral background of myself, my DNA background, and I found out that I do have some Nigerian background, and I have Nigerian, Asian, and Italian. Those were the 3 from my family pool. So yeah, and when I saw Asian in there, I was like, Asian, what? But yeah, but that goes to show why I'm so fascinated with Nigerian culture and things of that nature. I do have a friend that lives in Nigeria, and he did explain to me that I remind him of the Igbo women. I can't pronounce it, but it's the same tribe that Rihanna came from. So yeah, it's very interesting, guys. So some of you should look into things like that. And I think my friend did his too, and he keeps up with his. He has some African, I don't know if it's Nigerian, I think it's other different places in Africa that he has. But yeah, very interesting, huh? So anyways, guys, I have talked enough through this car chat. I try to keep my videos like around 13 to 15 minutes long. Look like I have hit 19 minutes so far, but that's fine. That's quite okay. So I am going to go get me something to drink. Hopefully I can find some lotion in my purse so I could lotion these heels. I did get my feet done, but your feet still be getting a little bit like, you know, rough. My feet aren't really bad. They just, I like for them to be soft. I like for my feet to be like baby feet, you know, really soft. So anyways, guys, I want you to keep me in your prayers, you know, as far as me getting past this hurt and what I'm going through with the loss of my friend, well, my ex-boyfriend. And I'm keeping his family in prayers. And he has siblings and stuff that I know of. Some of his siblings I went to school with. And I just really can't believe that he's gone, you know. I can't. I keep trying not to think about it, but he keeps popping up randomly in my thoughts. And I just getting through this morning grieving period and just hoping that I can get past it and not keep thinking about it. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for spending time with me in this car chat. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave your comments down below. And until next time, guys, I will catch you on the next go. Peace.
Girl, I see your face everywhere. When I'm going out, you'll be there.